Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MAHADONIII Talks Football. Today's mid-season performance review is on our last most important player, the new guy that really caused us a lot of problems this season so far, but managed to kind of redeem himself towards the end of the mid-season matchups. His name is Kylian Mbappe, the guy who's dominated a lot in PSG, dominated against Argentina in the World Cup final 2022, where I was actually kind of rooting for him just so Messi wouldn't win the World Cup. But we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna get into why so far this season Mbappe has not been playing well, or at least this is possibly one of his worst seasons he's ever had. In La Liga, he's racked himself up a 7.8 rating across all games, with a 7.2 rating in the Champions League, leaving him at an overall of 7.6 across all competitions. Mbappe has got himself 10 goals and 2 assists. I think he is the leading goal scorer across all competitions for us. Maybe Vinicius is slightly above, but he's also got himself 2 goals and an assist in the Champions League. Obviously, what's been Mbappe's issue? And look, I gotta admit something here, guys. If you go back and watch my videos when I first started doing this series or these Mahadonii talk shows, you could see that I've been very aggressive on Mbappe. I've said a lot of bad things. I've said Real Madrid should just terminate the contract with him, or just really bench him, or not playing him until he gets better. I really got upset when I kept seeing Mbappe losing the ball. Many of the turnovers, due to Mbappe's lack of ability to dribble past the player or misplacing a pass out of nowhere, has led to a lot of goals that could have been conceded, goals that we could have conceded. If you guys remember, in one game, Mbappe lost three big opportunities in their final third. He one of them, he misplaced a pass, which led to a very quick counter attack where Raul Asensio cleared it off the line within 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes into the game, I believe. Not long after, he misplaced a cross, which led to another crucial counter attack, which we managed to avoid. And then the third one, he managed to cross the ball into nobody and led to a very fast counter attack, which led to a goal. So I that's just one example. We have another example against Barcelona, having to being offside so many times. I understand, yes, their system of playing high up the pitch and keeping that offside line, especially when we have fast players and we need to make those long balls behind the defenders. They've played. I'm not saying Barcelona's system didn't work. It did work, but also Mbappe should have, at least after two, three, maybe four offsides, should have really focused on the Barca back line and really managed himself and focused on seeing who's next to him and whatnot, just so he wouldn't get those offsides. And that's just Barcelona. It's not like he's had so many offsides across many games. Pretty much every game I think if you average all the games he's played and all the offsides he's probably got like one or two offsides a game. That's not good. That's not good. I understand offsides is a part of the game and you might get an offside here and there, but not so many. Mbappe, at least towards, with the exception of the last 1 or 2 or 3 weeks of the mid-season matchups, Mbappe really struggled a lot. I understand that he has come into the club thinking that he's going to be playing in the left wing position, his preferred position, since he's dominated very well there, since it was shown very well in PSG. But him coming to Real Madrid was a very difficult situation. I don't have physical proof to show you guys of me saying this, but before he was even signed, I always said it was going to be a very bad decision if Mbappe comes to Real Madrid. For one prime example that we've seen in PSG, where Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe were playing together, three extraordinary players three of world's best players playing together. To me, I didn't see that working at all. Everyone got so hyped up that now that also after Ramos joined PSG, it's going to be the most insane team in the world. They're going to be the best team in the world, and they won absolutely nothing, not even a Champions League with the team they had. So my point is, when he was coming to Real Madrid, when Mbappe was coming to Real Madrid, I had the same thought. Okay, we have Rodrigo, we have Vinicius Junior, we have whoever else is playing. It's gonna be the same exact scenario. Yes, Rodrigo and Vinicius are not Neymar and Messi. I understand that, but they are world class players. They are one of the best players in the world, especially in the last couple of years, 2 3 years. They've shown that they are very dangerous and they shouldn't be messed with. And adding another world class player, one of the best players in the world as well, and trying to play him in the left wing position was never going to work out that easily. And I knew that from the very beginning, long before he was going to be signed, and long before it was confirmed that he was going to be signed. When it was all just a speculation, and when it was a whole drama thing for a couple of years of him signing, him not signing, and all of that. But I don't want to say it worked out, because it hasn't. So far, it hasn't worked out 100% with Mbappe, because Vinicius has been injured, so of course he's played those games without Vinicius, and Rodrigo's been injured, so he hasn't had the chance to really work on linking up with the team, the main part of the team, which is the front line, because that's who he needs to really work with, and the left back, who he needs to work on making those crucial overlapping passes and stuff that we've seen a lot with Ronaldo and Marcelo back in the days. That's pretty much it, but he just really needs to work on linking up with his teammates. And him and Vinicius being on the same mindset, being on the same wavelength, There's been so many prime examples of what's happened between them two when they try and give them, when like Vinicius tries and gives a long ball to Mbappe was like, oh, I didn't realize you were gonna give it that way. I was gonna come back and do this and do that. Same thing, vice versa, Mbappe to Vinicius. So there isn't that whole chemistry yet, but there's been some good link-ups here and there, but we just need them to be more consistent and more confident, and then we're going to have to figure out how Mbappe is going to truly fit in. Is he going to be playing on that striker position? Is he going to be playing on the left wing? What's his role now? Is he always going to just stay up front? Is he going to be up front always with Vinicius Junior? Like, are they not going to come and help in defense? They don't put that much pressure, by the way. And everyone has seen that they don't put pressure on defenders, especially Mbappe. At least Vinicius does a bit more, but Mbappe does not put enough pressure on the defenders. When he loses the ball, he doesn't track back. Usually, the person who covers him is Jude Bellingham. Bellingham is the one who usually covers Mbappe so much. When Mbappe loses the ball, you see Jude Bellingham putting the pressure on the defender. There's a lot of things that still needs to be worked on, but also that's just chemistry, Mbappe's dribbling has not been on point. I think Mbappe's dribbling is still way off than he used to be. His shooting has improved, and I think that's the most improved thing so far for him, because his shooting he's always been getting blocked. He's always not reaching on time or getting the right positioning or making the right runs, and his shooting wasn't great. But now recently he's gone back to scoring bangers, as we've seen in the last few games. He scored great goals. He's taking the right touches, one touch and shoot, not too many touches, not taking his time. There's been many easy goals that he could have scored but didn't, whereas he's had so many harder goals that he should not have scored, but he has scored. So there's a lot of vice versa, and it's very upwards, sideways, upside down, and all of that shenanigans. So hopefully we'll just have to wait and see in the next part of the season what he does Hopefully he's rested. He's getting his confidence back. He's enjoying himself. He's trying to get better morale, being more happy. Because I know he has admitted that he was at rock bottom. So hopefully this little break and the last game he's played with a fantastic performance gives him a better morale coming into the second part of the season, which is the most important part. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. It's MAHADONIII Talks Football. I'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.